Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. We are back on the dev server and it's time to have a look at a new vehicle that is coming in not just to Germany, but also to Britain and also to Italy. It is a new version of the Eurofighter, which has slight upgrades over the previous version, which should not be too surprising to people because this is kind of how Gadget does top tier stuff. You get stuff like the M1A2, then you get the SEP, then you get the SEP V2, and that's just how it goes. So the Eurofighter is going to be no different, same with the Hornets and also other variants of vehicles. So just to kind of show you them all, you have the Eurofighter 2000 AESA. This is for the Germans. You'll find it in the aviation block of the German tech tree. It comes after the Eurofighter 2000, which isn't too surprising. Then also, for Britain, they have a new Typhoon, which is after the Eurofighter once again, the AESA version, and they are at the same BR because, compression. And then you have, of course, the EF 2000 once again, which is just another Eurofighter with AESA. So they're just pretty much adding in a copy-paste vehicle to all of these with slight different upgrades, and also they are buffing the old Eurofighters as well, giving them access to more AMRAMs that they can bring along at the same time. So let's talk about the general features of this vehicle. You first of all have the Eurojet EJ200 engines. You have two of those in tow. You also have access to the standard 27mm Mauser BK-27, but not a ton of rounds, but enough. You have access to a little radar down here, which is part of the targeting pod. But the major radar, which we're obviously all here to see, is the Captor E. This is a very advanced radar. You can see here the search zone is massive. It also has all of the bells and whistles you would ever want, including 40 targets being able to be seen at once. And the major thing is the TWS ESA, which is the AESA stuff that is always talked about. It can data link 8 targets. It can have 8 missiles shown, and also has the full NCTR suite as well, so you know exactly what you're going after when you are setting it up. It also has access to the GMTI for surface search and all of the other stuff that you would ever want. It's one of, if not the, most powerful radars in the game, and it's incredibly important to make this vehicle function. So even though the upgrades to the weaponry aren't stellar, getting extra AMRAMs is obviously nice, but it's nothing new compared to what it's had before. This radar will make that weaponry so much easier to use and also very hard for enemies to escape. Other general features, it has the Praetorian DASS as its RWR. It also has a Moor attached to it, and also all of the other kind of features that you know and love from the Eurofighter 2000. And when it comes to all of the other stuff, you can see it's pretty much the same. So as I said, you just have access to the same bombs, you have access to the same missiles. They're just in slightly different configurations compared to before, because you can now bring more of them. So now you can bring 8 AIM-120C5s. They basically added the dual pylons. This is not just for the new Eurofighter, by the way. This is also for the old one. And also, you have the AIM-9Ms, which you can bring along too, if you want to bring dual pylons of those as well. So you can bring 6 AIM-9Ms and 4 AMRAMs, or you can bring 8 AMRAMs and 2 AIM-9Ms. And that is really the big cracker of this new update. You also have the paveways. You have the 1,000-pounder dumb bombs, the LJDAM ERs, which are the longer range LJDAMs because they have the glide capability. You get the big old funny bombs, and then obviously you get the brimstones. They haven't added the fire and forget brimstones yet. Maybe they will in the future, but these are still the same ones that you'll be used to, that you've seen previously. They have the tandem warhead, the laser IOG guidance, and generally are quite nice as long as there's no AA threats in the area. But if there are, they can kind of struggle. These things also got nerfed a little bit in the last update, so they're not as strong as they used to be. So the major way that people, I'm sure, will be playing this thing is as an air-to-air fighter, annihilating stuff and using the secondary factor of the ground ordnance to also do a bit of damage in ground. The major thing is you're getting a big upgrade in the radar. And we'll have to see how that plays out, since everybody else is also getting very similar upgrades in very similar areas. The fact that you have to research a full vehicle in order to get that kind of sucks, but at the same time, it does mean that in the future they can decompress this area. This one can go higher than its other kind of Eurofighter friend, and that means it'll be a little bit easier to grind through the vehicles. As always, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.
I'd just like to thank GMG Smiley, CD Beans, Chieftain Mike, EMN3 Galaxy, Tulio Pontecorvo, Brendan Quinn, Carrion Crow, Gus Irenicus, Pyman, Wartinder, Teddy, Daniel Stanton, Martinez, B. Young, Ozzy Panzer, Alan Hacker, Liam Shear, Opium Prime, Lafouche, Sem, Aslan, Uncle Bean, and Derek R. for supporting the channel.